going on, everybody? It is IBB James, and I am here with the one and only IBB Brandon of Team IBB, recognized, and he just finished a half marathon, and he's going to share his hashtag IBB top 3
trilogy.
Oh yeah, about kind of like what it took to get going, how you were able to keep going, and then even on race day, how you finished. And basically got through the whole thing, and how not only what was cool when you were talking about your journey, I'm like, wow, that's how people need to get through life too. So how you can get through a half marathon and life, which is the ultimate half marathon, I guess. Hopefully you want that to be a full marathon, but one day. So basically, Brandon's going to share that with us, and without further ado, why don't you open it up with your number one key to success in finishing even beginning, I guess, a half marathon.
So number one was I committed myself to actually doing this.
Okay. All right.
I've always committed in my head to doing it, but
okay,
because I've been wanting to do it for years, but then I finally, told my wife I'm going to do this. And
okay.
When I committed out loud, that's when it really just started putting gears in motion.
I'm going to steal that if that's okay. So I'm going to hit pause here. Commit out loud, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I've done it. I know I've done this. So you started by committing. You're like, all right, in your head, we're always talking to ourselves like, okay, self, I'm totally going to do it. I'm going to do a half marathon. I always wanted to. And then years went by.
Oh yeah.
So years and years later, you finally said, hey, why don't I say this out loud, and maybe I'll actually do it.
Right. I mean, it wasn't even just like a half marathon. It was just like running in general. I've been wanting to do it for years.
Really?
I just never did it.
So you didn't even want to do a half marathon. You're just like, hey man, I like to
run.
Go for a jog.
Yeah. I decided to go for it. I just went all out.
Okay. All right. No, so do you feel like if you didn't commit out loud that you not only do you think that maybe you would have found anything else to do besides running in general, but definitely do you think if you didn't come out loud that there was no way that the half marathon would happen?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if I never did commit out loud, I just probably never would have done it.
Okay. It's like nobody else knows besides me.
Right.
So do you feel like, and this is more of a general question, but do you feel like if you look at obviously you're a very, very accomplished dude, you know what I mean? Like it's not just running, but you succeeded in pretty much everything you put your mind to. But do you feel that a lot of times just our issues as human beings, and the reason why we fail at a lot of things or never start anything is because we haven't actually put ourselves on the hook to someone else? So do you feel like having that accountability buddy actually is a lot of times a difference maker?
Definitely is. I feel like once you tell somebody else that you want to do something, I think it definitely helps drive you to do it more.
Okay.
I mean, that definitely does do that for me. So.
Okay, like this video, right? So, so awesome. So very cool. So step one of our first key of the top 3 keys to running the half marathon, and even just running in general, is commit out loud.
Right.
Awesome. So your second key that you would say about your experience and your journey that you learned, what would that be?
Always being positive.
Okay.
And, I always have to stay positive. And,
okay.
If you let negativity get to you, it can really pull you down. So
yes,
I always try to get negativity out of my head and always try to be positive as you can. And
were there any like one-liners or mantras or sayings that you would help keep yourself from being negative when you're running or even thinking about? And I know too, if you've worked all day, the last thing you want to do is go for a run. So is there any slogans, personal slogans maybe to yourself that you've kind of come up with to help you stay positive?
The only thing is if I started feeling down, the only thing I'd ever say to myself is just, I got this. I can do this. I got this. I'm going to do it.
I got this. So I'm going to pause again. you got this. So be like IBB Brandon, and anytime someone's feeling negative, they're watching this, they can stop right now and be like, I got this. I can survive watching James' stupid video. So, but no, that's awesome. So I got this. Can I steal that?
Yeah.
All right. I got this. All right, cool. So now you actually got injured. So obviously, and I know obviously, I was a college athlete for running. Mm-hmm. That was depressing. Like for me, it was such a blow to me. Like it's one thing to be. I always say like there's the physical pain, but it's just like the mental turmoil that it kind of throws you, because you're like, I want to do this, I got this, mm-hmm. and then you said, was your knee?
Yes.
Your knee. So your knee's screaming, no, you don't.
Yeah.
So, how did you stay positive through your knee saying you don't got this?
Well, I kept telling it I got this.
Shut up, man.
No, but it was. There was a point where a couple weeks went by and I wasn't able to run, was barely able to walk, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And eventually, it was 3 weeks to the half marathon. I was like, I have to get out there. And
okay.
I pushed myself out there. I started running. The first 2 miles were the painfulest thing ever. And I had to stop.
Ow.
I mean, I really had to stop it. But then I went back a couple days later, and it started feeling better. So
awesome.
And I was able to work my way right back to where I needed to be.
Boom. Love it. Like, I got this knee. Cool. So commit out loud, always be positive, and then what is your third and final key to being Team IBB, half marathoner, ninja extraordinaire?
Don't let pain get to you, just push through it.
Okay. So kind of piggybacking off of what you said with so the race, and I'd be interested to get your feedback, like race day, it just kind of always seemed like you were always tired, you were always hurting, you were always like before the race, but
right.
Like once the race started, like it just kind of like your nerves kind of, I mean, you can't be nervous when you're
right.
you're racing, I guess, but
I mean, I was beyond excited on race day.
Okay.
So I mean,
okay.
that helps so much.
Okay.
Because that just puts out that good energy.
Yeah.
And then plus all the people there, I mean, that helped put out so much
okay.
good energy too. But I mean, even before the actual race day, like I was excited just to do the race.
Right.
So that
right.
helped also, just being, it was all about being positive, and like that just, I don't know, brought me to where I was on race day.
Do you feel like you appreciated the race itself more and completing it by having the injury? Do you feel like the injury helped you like actually like, wow, this is cool?
Yeah, it makes you appreciate it.
Okay.
For what like what people do running.
Okay, so
it's hard.
So pushing through the pain, like so obviously you said push through the pain. That's key to success there. I guess, do you feel that since you were able to push through the pain and overcome it and finish the race and everything, do you feel like you could go out and do that in other areas of life that maybe you didn't think was possible before?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it can drive it everyday life. You can do that for sure.
So push through the pain, go do stuff, go be cool. But no, I think that and I didn't. You're helping me realize that, like, too, you and I can go on just from my injuries and your injuries. IBB Mike actually had an injury that he actually ran the half marathon as well. But just you and I being able to run for 15, 20 minutes, like mostly pain-free, nothing's like really pain-free. Like just that, I think means a ton to both of us now, that maybe just in our heyday, in our glory days, we didn't appreciate. So is there anything else that you would add to committing out loud, to always being positive, to pushing through the pain?
If you have dreams out there, grab them.
Grab them, baby. Grab those dreams. So very cool. Well, my man, I am so proud of everything you accomplished, and I'm excited to see what you do next. That is the last thing that the fourth key, the bonus key that I'm gonna throw in there is always building on what you've done. So, is there anything? Obviously, we didn't plan this, but is there anything that you'd like to do next?
I'm definitely gonna do some more races.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the half marathon again next year.
Okay.
But I mean, who knows? The sky's the limit. I mean,
Okay.
maybe it'll be the next Ninja Warrior. Or
Ninja
something.
Warrior. Ninja Warrior. All right. Half marathoner, Ninja Warrior, captain of awesomeness. So, well, my man, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And until next time,
Stay burn proof.
boom, baby. My man. Dude, good work.